Got me some fresh berry juice. I'm just waiting for y'all to come in here. I know it's gonna be slow because y'all didn't know. Well, some of you didn't know I was going live today, so I'm just waiting for y'all to come in. When you do come in, say something in the chat, please. Thank you. I should have something in description how to get in touch with me. I think I fixed it right this time. Let me know if you guys can see in the description like my information, because I think I did it right. Will it let me see it? Let me see. Chat filter, no. I don't know. Let me know if it's in the description, you guys, because I put some information in there. I need to make sure, because every time I go live, you guys are saying I don't got the information and all this stuff. So I want to make sure it's in there. You've been catching me lately. Good. Okay. Yeah, it's in there. Okay. Good. So now we can start. How is everybody doing? So happy to be talking to you guys on a Wednesday afternoon. I know I haven't been live in the daytime in a long time, so I wanted to come here and come to y'all in the daytime this time because we're in eclipse week this week. So I wanted to discuss about that. Make sure you guys are prepared for that because that's on Sunday for most of you. I think the eclipse can be seen in certain parts of the world. I don't think in America, but I think maybe in some other places they were saying that you could actually see the lunar eclipse in Pisces. So if you're somewhere in the world and you are going to be able to watch the eclipse, let us know where that's at. Because we want to know, because this is a total lunar eclipse, so that's pretty big. That's a big deal. Total anything is a big deal, whether it's solar or lunar, it doesn't matter, right? That's a complete eclipsing. So we want to be, okay, who's stressed out? Cosmic Ray, girl stressed. Listen, babes, and it hasn't even started to apply pressure yet, babe. Wait till Friday. Wait till Friday and come back and tell me if you stressed or not. Because I'm telling you, it's this Pisces stuff. So it's like, say goodbye to the illusions. We're dealing with reality checks right now, y'all. Reality checks, okay? Like, baby, take them rose-colored glasses off. You need to see your life for what it really is right now. You need to see what's really going on. Ain't no more wishful thinking. You may feel more tired. Yeah, that's normal around full moons or any type of like intense lunation. So sleep. This deals with your subconscious. Sleep. You probably have some downloads that you need to integrate right now. Hi, Sequoia. Yeah, definitely rest around full moons. I usually don't do too much. I don't put myself through too much stress because the full moon is enough for me. So I try to take it easy. Yeah, big decisions, Cosmic Ray, exactly. A lot of people are entering crossroads or they're at a crossroads. That is the eclipse energy, the crossroads. Which path are you going to take? Because you can't continue down this path no longer. Let's be clear. You can't keep going down this same path that you own. It's time to switch lanes, okay? So you're being forced to switch lanes. So that's what the eclipse is about. Pristine Princess, I'm south of the UK and I'm going to see it. What? It's in the UK? Ooh, that's deep. Because there was some stuff that was on fire in Scotland. Something about Arthur's seat was on fire in Scotland. So there's some activity going on over there. And the eclipse is happening that way. That says a lot. Because I've been talking a lot about like the UK lately. and Europe and things going on over there. So, dang, Jay, you was forced to quit. Okay, let me tap in with my people because y'all going through some stuff. Okay, this eclipse is eclipsing for y'all. You got to leave where you was working? Damn. So there's some major transitioning. There's some major transitioning happening for the collective. Damn, y'all kind of going through it. Jay, you say you was forced? But you know they had the Pluto Cazimi that they were talking about in the beginning of the month of September. There was a Pluto Cazimi that happened that was like really intense with Pluto and Aquarius. So y'all, Pluto putting the pressure on us. We can no longer run and hide. This be at our throats, okay? It is back at 1 degree. It's at 1 degree right now. That's the strongest degree. That's the first degree. So that's Aries energy. The first degree of any sign is Aries energy. So we got Pluto at the Aries degree in Aquarius, the sign of the rebels. So yeah, y'all ready to crash out. Y'all ready to crash out if you ain't already crashed out. You did, because it's crazy right now. It's crazy right now. But be grateful that this eclipse is in Pisces though, because I do feel like Pisces is a little bit of a milder energy, and I can work with that, even though it is bringing up a lot. But the reason why it's bringing up a lot is because it is a total eclipse. So any total eclipse, doesn't matter, lunar, solar, it's gonna bring up everything from beneath, what lies beneath. Anything that lies beneath is gonna get brought to the surface completely. I'm talking about from the ocean floor. The moon is gonna suck that right up so you can see all your mess. So can't run from it, can't hide. Just gotta ride the wave, quite literally ride the wave until we get to the other side. And then we have a solar eclipse at the end of toward the end of the month on the 21st. Talk about all this on my Patreon, y'all. So subscribe to my Patreon. I didn't put it in the description, but yeah, subscribe. You can get more contact with me. Yes, the veil is dropped. Exactly. Ooh, the enemy is working. What are y'all going through? Child, y'all got me ready to pull up for the tea now. Is this Uranus and Gemini working? Is Uranus and Gemini being messy at 1 degree? What's tea? Because it seems like you all got a lot to discuss right now. Mars is at 0 degrees Aries in the 3rd house. Oh, that's your natal Mars? Because right now Mars transit is in Libra, y'all. So that's another reason Mars falls. Or no, Mars is in detriment, actually. Quite literally in detriment in Libra, y'all. Mars don't like to be in Libra. You know, so there's a lot of compromising that has to happen, and it can feel very actually uncomfortable for a lot of people doing all that compromising when you just want to go. You just want to be done with the shit. You just want to exit stage left. You just want to say, fuck it, I'm moving on to a new life, right? That's what Aries wants to do. Aries ain't gonna waste no time. Aries gets frustrated when it has to think too hard about something. It's like, nah, B, I ain't contemplating. I know what I want to do. I want to move on. So most of you guys are at that place in your life where you're ready to move on to the next chapter, right? But Mars in Libra is going to make you, it's going to make you doubt yourself a little bit. Going to make you go back and forth in your mind about what you want to do. It's going to slow things down, basically, because that's what Venus does. She slows things down so you can take a thorough look. So, I don't know, but Venus is in Leo right now, so that's good. Venus in Leo is good, I feel. That's the only thing keeping our spirits high through this madness. So, yeah. Oh, you feel amazing, starry night. You must have Pisces energy. I'm getting Pisces vibes from you in that name. You got Pisces something. Yeah, and Saturn just went back into Pisces on September 1st, y'all. So now we got Saturn back in Pisces. So that's a different energy too from what we've been experiencing. We've had Saturn in Aries. Mars is going into Scorpio next month. Well, hurry up. Hurry up. We need that willpower. We need that jump start, baby, because right now we might be broke down at the light in a bucket, and we might need them jumping cables. Mars and Scorpio need to be them jumping cables right now because we broke down at the light right now. Broke down at the light looking for an Uber. That's where it's at right now. Being Libra is an interesting experience. Oh, you don't have Pisces, but you have a tight Neptune-Mercury conjunction. Okay, that would make sense why your name is what it is. Yeah. Mercury and Neptune together. That's really good for music too, by the way. Writing music or performing music. But yeah, you guys, so the first eclipse is going to be this Sunday, September 7th. At 15 degrees Pisces. So you're going to want to check where that is in your chart and figure out the degree. See what other aspects that any of your planets, like if you have something in Pisces around 15 degrees, see what planet, see what it's aspecting. And anything that you have in water and earth, I would be paying attention to. See if there's a trine or a trine, a conjunction, or a sextile to the eclipse. If you have Pisces energy, see if there's a conjunction. If you have Scorpio, Cancer energy, see if there's a trine in your chart around 15 degrees. This could be Scorpio or Pisces signs in your chart. Do you have anything around 15 degrees? Same thing with earth signs. That would be a sextile, which works even better in some cases than a trine. Do you have any earth signs around 15 degrees? Check, because it could be making a sextile. And if it's making a sextile or a trine, that means it's supportive for you. Even if it's in the long run, you may not see the results right now, but keep in mind eclipses are 6-month portals. So within 6 months, by next spring, you should have seen like a positive result from this eclipse if you have a lot of sextiles and trines going to this eclipse. It might be a little slower moving. For some of you, it'll be instant. If you have Uranus aspects, it'll be instant manifestation. If not, it may take a little time. Empress said it's conjunct my Saturn in the 7th. So you have Saturn and Pisces in the 7th? That's deep. Any of the angular houses is deep. The angular houses are 1, 4, 7, and 10. Because I want to show you guys how, like, basically astrology is mathematics and how it can relate to trading. It can relate to the stock market, actually. So astrology is just numbers, really. It's like a mathematical science. But you can relate it to other areas of life and like make it make sense. So it's really deep. That's what I specialize in. And just to let everybody know, I'm doing eclipse specials right now for the eclipses, both eclipses this month on the 7th and the 21st. 7, 21st. And I'm doing specialized eclipse reports, you guys. So that's why I have my website in the bio. So check it out. I'm doing a ton of them today and tomorrow, but I still can get yours done if you order today. Okay, and then you also get a cardology reading, like a mini cardology reading for September, which has been really interesting. I love doing the cardology readings and adding it with the astrology because it just makes so much sense and there's so much alignment there. So it really blends together well. So yeah, check it out. I'll be doing those up into the eclipse. Antique Victorian jewelry. Starry Night said. Ooh, Renaissance. Dang, that's deep, girl. You probably got a lot of past life stuff going on. You have Pisces. You have Aquarius too. You must have Aquarius energy. I can spot it. I know. I'm like, yeah, that's Aquarius. Renaissance, Victorian jewelry. 100%. 15 degrees, Ashera. What planet is that? Greetings, Khadijah. Curves and Cosmos, what's up? Oh, child, you are a sun in Pisces, 15 degrees. Well, that's blessed. That's honestly blessed, because I always tell people about the 15th degree of a sign. The 15th degree is very important because that is Venus. It's in the middle of the zodiac sign, and it's 5 + 1 is 6. So that's Venus, number 6. So that's like a balanced degree. So I feel like it's a special degree. I feel like this lunar eclipse is going to bring back some balance and some act right and some make sense energy to the collective, because we need to make it make sense, baby. All this delusion has been manifesting some bad stuff into our reality. The delusion has to go. That's what this lunar eclipse is about. Lunar eclipses get rid of old energy that's been stagnant, that's been needing to go. Baby, we're tired, we're played out, we don't want to deal with this no more. So lunar eclipses are to get that stuff out from the root. Okay, so that's why sometimes it can be painful. The lessons that come with it can be painful. It can be, hard to deal with, because you're getting it at the root. Okay, it's like having a root canal. Okay, you're getting to it. Yes, it may be painful, but this needed to come out, or it was going to get a lot worse. That type of energy, okay, that needs to go. So I feel like since it's in Pisces, a lot of delusional energy, y'all. We're gaining back clarity on a lot of things. So I think this is good. And then curves and cosmos, whenever you have an eclipse on your sun, just be prepared, child. Let me tell you, because this happened to me, and your whole life is going to transform and change from this. Like, everything's going to change. So just be prepared for that. It's exciting though, because change is good for most people. It brings in new energy, and it gets you looking in other directions that you may not have looked before. So yeah. Saturn and Capricorn, okay, come through. You have Mercury and Mars conjunct in Taurus in the 4th. That's interesting. They keep saying we're moving into a renaissance. What do you think that would look like for the collective? Are we moving into a renaissance? I hope so, because I feel like we need that revival of music and the music era. We need a revival of that. We're missing that. We're missing the heart's energy, what I talk about in Cardology. We're missing the heart's energy. That's what allows us to connect from an emotional level, emotional standpoint. I think that we become too detached. We're too detached, okay? Like, yes, we did need to detach because we were very immersed in that kind of like toxic, blended, becoming one with your partner energy, which is very Pluto and Scorpio coded. But then we went the opposite direction. We became very detached with the Pluto and Capricorns. Like, we started to create boundaries. And now it's just like we don't know each other no more. Like, we become alienated from each other, right? Which the word alien comes from alienated. So we become alienated from each other. It's like we don't even know each other anymore. So we gotta heal from that and get that back together, because we're not gonna be able to move forward as a collective if we're not getting on the same page. It's just not gonna work, especially not with Pluto and Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius trines Libra, the sign of balance and diplomacy. And Gemini, you have to talk to people. As much as you hate talking to people, you have to talk to people in this era. That's the only way you're going to get by. Like, you have to learn to communicate. You have to learn how to socialize to a certain degree. Because human connection, that's like the next level that we're going to. That's what's going to sustain us on the next level, believe it or not. It's going to be our connections with people. Yeah, the Pisces eclipse, not full moon, Jordan. Eclipse is on Sunday. Tropical or sidereal, Yamasee Nation, whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever you resonate with. There's no right or wrong answer. Y'all saying you tired. You guys need to take naps. Just do that. Sometimes the best productive thing you can do for yourself is take a nap. You've been programmed to think otherwise. Sometimes the best thing you can do for your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health is to take a nap. Just unplug. That's what unplugging is. Just saying, forget all this stuff. I'm not going to have this on my mind. Too tough. I'm going to reset and rejuvenate my energy, which is going to sleep. Oh, sure, Shara. It's in your 9th house. I don't feel like that's problematic. Oh, you are pristine priestess. I love that name. For a Pisces eclipse. That's very fitting. Vixen, everyone is disconnected. Yeah. Okay, Starry Night said the eclipse cycles in Pisces Virgo has always been really good periods of my life in the past. So it brings positive energy. Yeah, and I did like a mini read on this on my Patreon account, and I got like positive energy basically, especially from the first eclipse, from the Pisces eclipse. I got like really positive things. So I'm hoping this is going to bring in some positive energy. Shara, you're a 2 of hearts. Let me tell you guys something. This 2s video, you guys know how I have all the aces uploaded already on Cardology. I already did the 2s, I already did the 3s, but I'm having issues with uploading. So I've been trying to get it out to you guys. It's been done. The 2 series has been done, but maybe it's something where it has to come out at the correct time. Maybe it's waiting for Libra season, the season of the lovers, the season of the 2s. I don't know, but for some reason, I'm not able to post it right now. So, but I've already done the videos on the 2s. And yeah, the 2 of hearts, I talked at length about the 2 of hearts. That's a very special card. 2 of hearts, I think, only has one birthday. One portal. That's it. So that's a very rare card. But yeah, y'all, I already got it done. It's just a matter of me uploading it at the right time, I guess. So. Yo, Wiggle Man, that's crazy. Yo, all the old school music, exactly. That's the heart's energy. Yeah, human connection. Because AI, it's like, okay, you could feel like they were almost taken over, but it wasn't successful. We know what real feels like and what fake feels like. You can't fool us that much. Even in the being unconscious of stuff, like you can't fool us that much. Like we know real from fake. Rest is sacred. I like that. Let's make a religion out of it. Rest. Calming your spirit, relaxing. Let's make a religion out of that. Since we making religions, let's make a religion out of that. because it is sacred and it is a form of worship because you're worshiping the divine within by being still. Dang, Legacy said, I slept for 12 hours. I feel rejuvenated. Sometimes you just got to do what your body wants to do. You're not in charge at that point. You're doing what you're called to do, which is what the divine feminine is. The divine feminine doesn't have a plan. They just do what they feel and what they're called to do. Same with Pisces too. Like somebody mentioned Pisces. Same with Pisces. Jordan, you got Moon and Venus, so you're super Piscean. So you go with the flow. You struggle with naps and sleeping, so that means your anxiety is too high. You have too high of anxiety. Or you have too much on your mind to put it in practical sense. Yeah, sure, December 29th. Dang, that's a special birthday. And if you add 9 and 2 together, that's 11. So that tells you right there. It's all in the numbers. Pluto in Aquarius is teaching basic human decency. We won't view nor treat each other as humans. No, I don't want that. We can cancel that. Cancel, cancel, cancel across all the time. No, we don't have to go in that direction. We're at the point where we can choose right now. Yes, that window is getting smaller, so we need to hurry up and make a choice. But we are at the point where we can choose what lane we want to go down. But that time span is shortening, and I'm sure that's what you guys are feeling, right? That's what everybody's so afraid of, the window's closing, and that is true. Yeah, you're always thinking. You got to calm your mind, babes. Take some gummies, take something, some cookies, and relax. Thank you, Carl. Mercury and Mars and Pisces. So you guys got a lot of Pisces energy. How are y'all feeling with this Pisces stuff? You guys are being secretive about your experience. You Pisces are being secretive. You guys are just continuing on like nothing's going on. I know that's a front. Baby. I'm a Cancer. I know my people. That's a front because y'all don't want us to know what y'all got going on. Because Saturn's been in your sign for a long time. Saturn's been in Pisces. Yeah, y'all are not spilling no tea on that experience. So what's going on? What y'all learning? What y'all learning in the background that y'all don't want the rest of us to know, Pisces? Any placement can answer. It doesn't have to just be sun or moon. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about, baby. I'm a fellow water sign. I know. But yeah, so yeah, let's talk about this second eclipse that's taking place on the 21st of September. That is a solar eclipse, which a lot of people prefer solar eclipse more because they feel like they're easier and more positive, but that's not necessarily true. Solar eclipses can wreak havoc just like lunar eclipses. It's just lunar is felt more internally, solar felt more or experienced more externally. That's the only difference. So they both come with their ups and their downs, and just depending on what aspects that they're making, that's going to determine how positive it is for you. What aspects it's making to your personal chart. It's always personal, all business, all personal. But so everybody's experience of the eclipses is different, and that's what I love about it. I love that everybody's going to experience it differently based on what's in their chart, right? So it might be positive for me, it may be up for me, and it may be down for you if you have squares or oppositions to your sun, moon, Venus, Jupiter, you know, so Saturn, depending on the aspects. That's why everybody is different. Everybody's an individual. That's what I love about this art. This and Cardology, because I just feel like Cardology really sums it up too, because it narrows it down to you're only like the people that are born on your birthday, which may be rare, you know. Oh, thank you. You guys like my fan life? So my nakshatra is one of the symbolisms is a fan. And I just started heavily getting into fans like this year, but it's one of the symbols for my deity and nakshatras, my personal nakshatra. Yeah, and it's ruled by Venus. Yeah, my nakshatra is ruled by Venus. Yes, that's crazy you said so, Venusian. Yeah, the dreams have been crazy. I know you guys have noticed that for like the last 2 weeks, I feel. But it's a Pisces eclipse, so go figure. North Node in Pisces. Yeah, there's a 999 portal. Yeah, and I had posted on my Instagram yesterday about the triple jack energy. So in Cardology, September, this particular September 2025 is considered the triple jack month. Not one jack, but triple jack. Now the Jack of Clubs rules the month of September, but it's a triple jack this time based upon the calendar and how like all the cards played out. There's a lot of jack energy this month. So things are definitely changing, y'all, and it's gonna be tangible results. I've been telling my Patreon members, come October, life is not gonna look the same. You're gonna be in a totally new reality come October. So get ready for the change and that triple jack energy. You don't know which way you're going. Yeah, look into nakshatra. Somebody had brought up like Eastern, Western astrology. And for the Eastern astrology, yeah, they have nakshatras which is basically like deities and degrees that rule over all the signs, and like your moon sign, your sun sign. Your sun is gonna have a different nakshatra, maybe the same, but your moon, Venus, all of them have a different nakshatra that rules over them, but they pay attention to, or they emphasize your moon nakshatra. Like that, I guess that's supposed to be the nucleus of who you are, right? Your moon sign, not your sun sign, but your moon sign. That's why they say that Western is more solar based, like it's more based on the sun because it's tropical zodiac. But in the East, it's more aligned with the moon and the subconscious. So you could say it's like two different sides, left hemisphere, right hemisphere of your brain. Two different ways of looking at the same thing. Yeah, so check your nakshatra, especially your moon. Most people start with their moon nakshatra because that's supposed to be like the closest to who you are. And one thing that I like about nakshatras and Vedic astrology is that they have like 3 categories for all of the signs. There's 28 lunar mansions, 28 signs, and they have monsters, gods, and humans. It's like 3 different factions or species. So yours particular sign for your moon, that tells you whether you're a god, a monster, or a human. It's pretty astonishing. I forgot what mine was. Mine was either a human or a god. I forgot which one. It wasn't a monster. I think it was a god. I'm not, yeah. Yeah, so see what your category is. Since you guys know your nakshatra, see where you fall in that. Because I find that I actually feel like it's accurate. After studying and seeing people in different nakshatras, I'm like, you know what, that's pretty accurate. The people that are in the monsters category are just wild. They're wild, they don't give a fuck. Outlandish, extra, all of that. Very expressive. Yeah, so you guys all know your nakshatra, so you can look up what your special function is. And then it says other things like what your iconography is, and like what your elements are, what your herbs are, and things like that. Also look up your sun too, because I feel like your sun is still important. Even though it's based off the moon, the sun is still going to play its role regardless. So look at that too. And look at your Venus nakshatra, because that'll tell you a lot about your love life. If you have questions about your love life, look at that. And then they have periods that rule certain aspects of your life. So like, I don't know, from 10 to 20, 12 to 20, you're under a certain planet, a certain rulership, a certain energy. And then you switch to something else once you turn another age. So. Sunny days. Oh, thank you. Libra rising. Yes. Libra rising, Jupiter rising. And I am a Jupiter rising because Jupiter aspects my ascendant. So it just increases the aura. Everybody's been talking about aura lately. They've been talking about Michael Jackson and how he created aura. They're like, he's the inventor of aura. Like making people pass out and like die at his concerts. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, that's the Kundalini power right there. That's what that is. I clearly seen that. But yeah, they've been talking a lot about him, and his birthday just passed. Sunny days. Why are you gonna put me on blast like that? Now you making me blush. I know. Because I'm for everybody. Everybody can be attracted to me. That's why. Ooh, an aura asteroid. Okay. You're right. I did see mine before, but I forgot what it was. I think it was in the 12th house, though. Aura asteroid. And that's why I tell all of you guys to get into the asteroids. I keep telling you guys, like, especially the money asteroid, the banks asteroids. There's a lot you can find out from these asteroids, okay? I do personalized reports on them if you want to talk directly to me, the Hollywood director queen, casting all the stars in their place. So yeah, if you want to come to me and get it read by me, you can. Otherwise, you can just look it up yourself. Okay, but you got to know what codes to look up, and a lot of people don't know that. They don't know how to put it together. That's what I'm for. Yes, the part of fortune, but I feel like people look at the Jupiter placement as what the part of fortune really is. If you really want to be fortunate, you want to be on the fortunate side of life, you need to look to your part of fortune. I call it the magic carpet. Okay, so the magic carpet ride. That's how you get the easy ride, the easy route to your destination, to where you're trying to go. Okay, it's the easy ride. It's the easy run to get to your destination. Now, if you want to take the hard route, you want to take the Saturn route, you want to take the Mars route, that's on you, because you have the information to know which route to go. But are you following the information? That's what I'm here for, to help guide you in the right direction. director of the stars, okay? So you get it? You're the Scorpio in the fifth. Yeah, anything that has to do with fifth house, that's luck, that's gambling, money, fame, taking a risk taking, courage, belief, all of that. Fifth house and ninth house are very similar, but they're not the same, but they are very similar. Ninth house just takes it even further. It takes it longer. It's like even more in the ninth house. I know. No, she's doing great. Yeah, my daughter is doing amazing. Sorry, I haven't, like, been posting her. When social media got weird, I just stopped posting my kid on social media because I was just like, I don't know how exposable or accessible this is. Like, it just started to make me feel uncomfortable, especially since I have a daughter. I'm like, I'm a little bit overprotective over her aura. Since you guys like to talk about aura, I'm overprotective over her aura. So I just took her off for a little bit. Plus, she needs to focus on school. She needs to focus on studying. And I don't play when it comes to that. She can always be on TV later. That option's always open. So yeah, there's no rush. Oh, Curves and Cosmos, your part of fortune is conjunct your South Node. Girl, you were already famous. It was in your 10th house. You were already famous, child. So basically, you don't need to chase fame this lifetime. Chasing fame, not where it's at. You could have been famous also for your marriage, or you could have been married to a famous person, Libra in the 10th, or you could have got fame after you got married. A lot of different scenarios played out, but South Node 10th house is almost always famous in a past life energy. So yours is in Taurus. Yeah, so if you have part of fortune in Taurus, that just means that you don't have to do much. Like, don't think of it, you're overthinking it, okay? If you're trying to devise a plan, if things seem hard, you're not in Taurus energy. Taurus energy is about being relaxed, stable, magnetic. You know it's coming to you. There's no need to stress. That's Taurus. So like the more you're in that vibe, that's when you know you're on track, okay? Jupiter and Libra is a great placement. Very good place for Jupiter. It does well in like the fashion industry, even the music industry. King and Isaiah, I have Regulus conjunct my rising in Leo. Ooh, you have rising Leo. You have Capricorn moon. Dang, you have Leo and Capricorn moon. That's like double royal vibes. Yeah, your part of fortune is in Scorpio. You need to become a detective of some sort. Like, you need to investigate some stuff. You need to get nosy on people. Scorpio is about getting nosy on people, getting all up in their biz whiz, okay? The eclipse, pristine priestess, is conjunct your Mercury. Yeah, because it might, like within the next 6 months, give you the confidence to speak your mind more or share your voice more with the world or with the public. You're an Aries rising. But what's your moon sunny days? It's going to depend on your moon because your moon is who you really are. No, the part of fortune. Oh, your part of fortune's conjunct your Mercury. Okay, so what house though? What the house is really going to matter in that situation. Yeah, the house is going to matter. I'm a mad scientist when it comes to these calculations, y'all. I know it all the cosmic formulations. I got it down pat. You know it, baby. Can do it in my head. I ain't even gotta write it down. I can do my calculations in my brain. Girl, it seems like you need to be doing some exotic stuff. Scorpio 5th house is exotic. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm not gonna lead you. I'm not gonna lead you there, but I'm just gonna say that's very racy. Scorpio in the 5th house is very racy. It can go a lot of places that I can't talk about on live, but yeah, dig, you get what I'm saying. You need to be on the spicier side of life. That's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna have to put the rest of it together, sweetie. Part of fortune, Scorpio. I mean, just let it all out. What are you being shy for? What are you hiding from? Like, girl, let them know what's inside. That's Scorpio. I've mastered this energy, so I know. Y'all laughing, but for real. You gotta be who you are, y'all. Okay, so I have a question for you guys since you guys are on here. Are you guys into trading right now? Are you guys into trading? Who's into trading? Let me know. Because this is what we're talking about on Patreon. So we want to understand where the culture is going. What's the next frontier here? Are we into it? Are we not into it? Are we doing it? Are we not doing it? What's going on? Okay, you're just getting into it. Okay, so those of you that are just getting into it, you're right on time. Little do you know, you're right on schedule. So getting into it right now, this is the entry point. They're always talking about entry point where you're going to enter in a trade. This is the entry point right now to get into the market, get into marketing. Okay, Empress, I'll answer this question for you. At what age did life flow easier after your Saturn return? I would say my 32nd year of life. My 32nd chapter of life was when everything got easier. And that was when I was well and done with my Saturn return. At 31, you're in your transition period. You're coming out of the harsh lessons of Saturn return and you're transitioning back into normal life. It's like leaving prison. It's like getting released from prison. You're going from one program into another. And the next program is a lot better than the program that you're coming from, because you're coming from the program of being reprimanded and punished for your wrongdoing. So you're going into an easier situation. But there is a transition period where you got to adjust to like your new life. But I did experience it as Saturn actually giving rewards after the Saturn return was completely over. I noticed my life got a lot better, like a lot better. It was a huge improvement. So I was like, okay, Saturn definitely serves an important purpose as far as putting you up on a pedestal, like putting you up on the next stage of life. It boosts you a lot. It boosts you a lot. So it's kind of worth it in the end. Yeah, Forex and stocks and crypto. Baby, let's make it a trifecta. Let's do all three. I ain't turning down no work. No, I'm kidding. But I can learn like 2 or 3 trades at the same time. That's how my brain works. Like my brain is, I can take in a lot of information. Okay, King Isaiah, you're still learning, right? And take your time. If you feel like you need to have patience with it and like not rush into it, take your time and make sure you understand it all. Because then it's like once you jump into it, you're a beast at it because you like had patience with it. Because they keep talking about how it's about patience, especially with stocks. I feel like stocks is really about patience. So yeah. I know you wish you understood trading. It is very intimidating. Like at first I was equating it with learning astrology, but it's not equated to that. Because to me, like the technical analyst part of trading is a lot harder than learning astrology. Astrology I can just learn in one day, but this you have to study at it and you have to stick with it and you have to be serious about it and you have to focus on it. You have to be serious about it if you're going to get into it. I do feel like Forex is a little bit easier though than like stocks overall or even crypto. Cameron, you need to stop letting people upset you or get to you or trigger you. So it's more about self-control. You have to learn self-control, which is why you have Taurus in the first house. And like calmness, like just to be calm and like to let some things slide sometimes, like just because it's not worth your energy. It's not because the person's right or they're better than you, but just because they're not worth your energy. You get it? It's like a value thing. Not an ego thing, but a value thing. Like this isn't worth my time. That's how earth signs think. We think in terms of this ain't worth my time. Is this making me richer? Is this making me more happy in life? Is this making me more fulfilled? No, then why am I going to invest my energy into it? It's just logic, hardcore logic, but it works because then it just starts getting you to think on a different level. Like, you're right. It's not doing anything for me. Yeah. Pristine priestess, you can transform anger into greatness. Yeah. So a lot of you guys, it looks like a lot of you guys have part of fortune in Scorpio, which is really interesting. And so you guys are meant to be transformers and transmuters of energy. It's emotional based, not mathematical. Wait, what? What's emotional based? Hey Jazz. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are here. I'm glad I came earlier. I came earlier today on purpose because I want to catch the early crowd. And so I got my oils cooking here. I got some interesting stuff coming out too, you guys. But I'm just trying to, I don't want to introduce things until it's 100% curated. But I got some dope shit on the way. Oh, trading. Yeah. Yo, that's deep, Ashera. It's emotional based, not mathematicals. Ooh, yeah. That's why it has to deal with the water energy. They're always talking about money and water is the same thing. Keeping your head above water, drowning in debt. You know what I mean? The banks, which is water banks. So it's controlling your emotions. Is that what it is? Like controlling the currency. Controlling your emotions. That's deep. So is that why Capricorn people, Taurus, they do better in the market? Get into martial arts. Oh, you need more advice on knowing what to invest in? Jay, are you on my Patreon or no? Because I kind of talk a little bit about it on Patreon, but It depends on what you resonate with. I'm the type of person that believes that you're more successful the more of, because we were talking about emotions, how trading is emotional. The more that you emotionally connect with a brand, what they stand for, their mission statement, what they're doing, the more that you emotionally connect with that, I feel like that's the more successful that you'll be. So it's individually based. That's where the Aquarius stuff comes in. It's based on how you feel about that company, and if you believe in it, and if you believe enough in it to invest in it, right? So that's something you have to determine. That's why they say research these companies that you're investing in. Research them. What are they about? What's their goal? Who are they trying to become? And some of you guys may just be like, I ain't interested in that type of shit. But you have to connect it somewhere down the pipeline. Yeah, everybody wants to know how things are going to play out, but we are in an unpredictable era right now. So nobody really knows. We're just hanging by a thread day by day, trying to figure it out. And I know that sounds very bad, but also that means that you are on the leading edge of creation, right? You're on the leading edge of creation when you don't even know what you're going to create, when you don't even know what's about to be created. That means you're on the leading edge of creation. So that means you can create whatever you want. So think of it that way. Like, think of it as opportunities, not losses. Even though it may seem like a loss on the surface, it's really an opportunity for you to get out of an old situation that's no longer serving you. How come all of y'all got a part of fortune in Scorpio? I don't trust that. Because what y'all up to? Y'all get rewards for telling? Yeah, the potentials are endless. I'm just teasing, though. I'm just teasing. But I'm just saying, part of fortune is Scorpio. What y'all really getting rewarded for? I'm just trying to find out what the reward is. Aquarius, yours is in Gemini, so sharing information is going to bring you luck or bring you good energy. Man, pristine priestess, we need to start a part of fortune in Scorpio club. Wow. Y'all just, yeah, that sounds like Scorpio to have a private club that nobody else is invited to, while y'all share all the secrets. Yeah, I like part of fortune in Taurus for some reason. That sounds like it just makes sense. Part of fortune in Libra is probably good too. Oh, you're saying you get to the bottom of the truth. So you guys are investigators. That's what I said. Investigators. Also, very important to pay attention to what aspects that your part of fortunes make it to other planets. Now, that's the ooh-wop woo right there. That's the ooh-wop woo. That's the key right there. What aspects does it make into other planets, if any? That's what you need to pay attention to. If you know, then you know how to decode that. Yeah. You got to make that part of fortune work for you. That's like your easy route, your easy roadway to your destination. Conjunct your ascendant, so that's something that comes easy to you. You gotta know the house, honey Lee. If you don't know the house, that defeats the whole purpose. You gotta know the house that it's in. Aquarius conjunct by my ascendant. Dang. We the truth. Y'all crazy. We need to start a club for all. I feel like for a lot of the placements, we need to just have a private club. It's giving sorority, fraternity vibes. Like, we're all in the same boat. Let's work together. Let's get shit done. You see things from my point of view. Let's get things done. For the sun, moon, and ascendant signs too. Most importantly, the sun, moon, and ascendant. Then I feel like there needs to be a Saturn group, like whatever your Saturn sign is, because y'all understand how to do structure in a certain way. So y'all can actually get a lot done in the world. Jupiter class and group needs to meet up with each other because y'all can expand a lot of stuff in the world. We just need organization. That's all. We just need organization. That's all we need to get on the same page. So we can start actually getting stuff done instead of just talking about it. So yeah, great minds think alike. That's where that comes from. Great minds think alike. You get it? So yeah, team up with your people. My part of fortune's in like a daring sign, like a very daring sign. So child, I gotta get scandalous, ruthless on them. I need to meet up with my fire signs. Where my fire signs at? Y'all need to teach me a thing or two or three. For real, for real. So you really have it made if your part of fortune is in an element that your sun is in or that your moon is in. It's an easier flow for you. Okay, so I got way off topic. Let's go back to the second eclipse, y'all, because we got way off topic. The second eclipse is going to be on September 21st at 29 degrees Virgo. All my 29 degree people, all my 0 degree people, all my 1st degree people, chime the fuck in, okay? Even 28 degree people. If you have any earth signs, late degree earth signs, that's gonna be making a trine to this solar eclipse in Virgo. If you have late degree mutable sign, any element, air, water, fire, earth, is going to be aspecting this 29 degree Virgo eclipse. Also, if you have 1st degree or 0 degree energy, you need to check the next sign to see if there's still going to be a conjunction happening between the Virgo eclipse and whatever the next sign is. If you have it at 0 or 1 degree. Or a sextile or a trine. It can be anything. So make sure you check that. That's why 29 degrees is very tricky, because the next degree is a whole new sign. So a lot of people miss that connection with the 29th degree because they don't think it has nothing to do with the next sign or the next element, but it does. And the next element of Virgo is going to be air. It's going to be Libra. So anything in Libra, that means any of the cardinal signs. So if you have a cardinal sign at 0 degree or 1 degree, it can also be aspecting this solar eclipse in Virgo at the 29th degree, believe it or not. It can also be making an aspect by degree and not element. So it's tricky. That's why the 29th degree is the master degree, because it's very tricky. You got to take into account a lot of different elements, a lot of different angles that this energy can hit, right? And so Pay attention to that one. This one is not going to be a total eclipse though, like the lunar eclipse is a total eclipse. This one's only going to be a partial eclipse. So it's not going to be as intense, but then again, it is going to be as intense because it's at the 29th degree. And that's a hard degree right there. That's when you get put through the ringer. That's when you're trying to pass your final test. So it's going to be intense. So it is a solar eclipse. So try to think about what you can do that's brand new, that's starting out on a new path, that's a new energy, right? So when we think of solar eclipses, we don't want to be thinking about the old. We don't want to be thinking about the past and how we used to do. We're thinking more like, how can I start a new path in life? Like, how can I go down another road that's more suited for me and for who I am? Solar eclipses are about our identity. What path am I going to take that's going to fit my identity, who I am, right? So it's kind of like a lot of soul searching, as in SOL, soul searching, and trying to remain true to who you truly are. That's solar eclipses. Like, the decisions that you're making is aligned with who you are on a soul level, like SOL, soul, the sun. Is this aligned with my true identity? Is this path I'm taking aligned with who I truly am? Okay. And then, of course, see if that eclipse, that solar eclipse on the 21st, is making any aspects to your sun, your moon, your ascendant, your Venus, your Jupiter. Those are the main ones I would check, me personally. Okay, because eclipses do have an effect. Like, when it aspects your personal planets, it has an effect on your life, like a pretty intense effect. That's why I encourage getting eclipse reports, because you need to be prepared. A lot of people get blindsided by this stuff. They just imagine people that don't know astrology. They're completely blindsided by this stuff. Just crazy stuff just happening out of nowhere. They don't have no idea where it's coming from, who caused it. None of that. Yeah, Jess. So the eclipse that's happening on September 21st is a solar eclipse, new moon. Yeah. In Virgo. So Virgos, y'all been getting y'all eclipses. Where the Virgos at? Why y'all so quiet in the chat? Virgos, y'all going through it? Because y'all had an eclipse earlier this year too, and that eclipse was a lunar eclipse, I believe. It was a Virgo lunar eclipse. And I think that one was a total lunar eclipse. So Virgos, yeah, y'all been going through a lot of changes, like mentally, structurally. Y'all been through a lot. And then, like, the South Node is in Virgo right now. So y'all having to let go of a lot of your comfort zone right now. So things can be tough. I can already feel that. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So the mutable signs, this is going to affect you. I don't care if you're a Sagittarius or Gemini. This eclipse cycle is going to affect the mutable signs no matter what, because this is on your axis. The 4-way stop on your axis is all the mutable signs. So yes, it's the other mutable signs, as in Pisces and Virgo, but whatever's going on with them is going to have an effect on you, because you guys are all mutable. You guys all share the same mutable cross cosmically. So whatever's going on over there, direct reflection over here. It don't matter. So all mutable signs gonna feel this, especially the Pisces one, because it's a total lunar eclipse. It might be more subtle because it's Pisces, and Pisces is very subtle energy. But that's why I was saying with this Pisces eclipse, you're most likely gonna feel the results later, like within that 6-month period later down the line, because Pisces is kind of an energy that it is very subtle and it creeps up on you. like out of nowhere. Like you don't even realize the change that's come and that's here. But next thing you know, it's at your front doorstep. That's Pisces. It's very subtle, but it creeps up on you like alcohol. Okay, you don't even taste that alcohol. Next thing you know, you drunk as, okay, fucking around because you think, oh, this is light work. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover. Pristine Priestess said the Virgos are really going through it with what I can see with them. Are they? Because I ain't been talking to my Virgo friends lately. Maybe I need to check in with them. I have family members that are Virgos though. They're just going through a lot of changes right now. How else should you prepare? Just go within. Go within. I would listen to some really positive music right now. Like I would keep the frequencies in my home that I'm listening to, that I'm surrounding myself with, as possible, as positive as possible right now. I would definitely block out the distractions. I would take a lot of spiritual baths, long, deep spiritual baths, milk baths. Maybe take a shower in the dark with some music playing. Like I would just really be trying to center myself right now. Like right now, eclipses, it's kind of like a crossroads, like a cross. Okay. It's kind of being nailed to the cross. You kind of got to be still through it all and just feel what's coming through. Realize maybe the mistakes you made, what you're going to do different next time. It's like a reckoning with yourself. Like you're reckoning with yourself on like what maybe you fucked up on and what your new plan is going forward, which is the solar eclipse. So the solar eclipse is going to give you your opportunity to fix it and get it back together again. It's in Virgo. It's going to allow you to clear your shit. That's how compassionate the universe is. It's actually going to give you another chance to but you got to fix everything. This is a 29-degree Virgo eclipse. You can't leave no stone unturned. You got to fix everything that you did wrong. But if you do that, then there's a new beginning waiting for you in 6 months. Okay, so this deals a lot with time and being patient and waiting for your crops to grow, waiting for your harvest to come in. You get it? Yeah, this year did go by fast. Yeah, extremely fast because we're already Halloween season, which is my favorite season, but we're already there. Yeah, we got to get ready, Jazz. Yeah. North Node in Virgo, you have the opposite energy going on. So you are on the opposite side of the spectrum. Okay. So it's just going to help you balance things out. I mean, since the North and South Node, like the North Node is technically in Pisces right now, it's going to help you. It's a balancing act and balancing point for you, but I don't look at it as being negative. North Node in Virgo, solar eclipse. Yeah, it is going to affect your North Node, but in a positive way. Okay. So since this eclipse is going to be at 29 Virgo, which basically means it's like at 1 degree Libra, 0 degree Libra, that means it's going to be aspecting Uranus and Gemini at 1 degree or at 0 degrees, 0 to 1 degree. So what did I say? I said this on my Patreon. This October is going to look totally different than what you were expecting and what you were living previously. It's going to be a whole new reality, a whole new world. It's not going to be the same. You're going to be somewhere totally different come October. I don't know why. That's the message that I'm getting. And yes, embrace this fall. I love fall time's favorite season. Embrace this fall and get into all the feels. Yeah, all the fall festivities. Yes, and engage and enjoy yourself. Yep. Yeah, so yeah, be sure you're checking your chart. Be sure you're checking your asteroids. I do have a list of asteroids to look up. I did post it on my Patreon, but I'm going to do a more extended list to like include divine feminine asteroids, divine masculine asteroids, and like all the asteroids, so you guys can look it up and do your own research and develop your own myths that have to pertain to your life as an individual and your independent life. It's like your own little screenplay once you know your asteroids. So yeah, I'll be sharing that with you guys also. Okay, so also we have Uranus turning retrograde, you guys. I think it's going retrograde on the 6th, the day before the eclipse, which is like, that's gonna be touchy. That's gonna be real touchy. That's this Saturday, so expect the unexpected. Just want to let you guys know that. Some things may switch up this weekend. Some things may go differently than what you were previously thinking. This could be positive or it could be either or. But yeah, we have Uranus going retrograde in Gemini, and we have not had that happen before. So the switch up, the switcheroo, it's coming, okay? Well, Saturn just went to Pisces September 1st, but King Nazea, that's because you're a Pisces. That's why. So Saturn's automatically going to suppress some of your energy. Yeah, Persephone. So all the Greek goddesses, all the Egyptian goddesses, definitely look up the Egyptian goddesses because that's a good time right there. The Egyptian goddesses, the saints are on there. Even the like the Hindu gods are on there. Even Ifa. Yes, those deities are in the asteroids, y'all. It's all in the asteroids. What they say, like space came before everything else, that's what they mean. The information was already there, been there, encoded in the stars. That's why I find this so fascinating. Yeah, the mythologies, the stars speak to the mythologies. Why do you think stars in Hollywood act out myths? They act out mythology. So I don't know, Jeremiah. I kind of feel like Saturn being in Pisces, it is hitting different because of the eclipse. So I don't really know yet. I haven't felt much of a difference, honestly, yet, since it's been back in Pisces. So we'll see. I don't know yet. It is going to go all the way back to like 27 degrees, I believe. So we'll really be able to see what is making happen. Yeah, pristine priestess. Look up the Egyptian ones. Those are really interesting. And they have Hindu, all that. Yep. They have a lot on the asteroids and things like that. So once you like connect the dots and you like see them all in the chart and you're able to kind of like make connections between this asteroid, this personal planet, this person's personal planet to this person's asteroid, then you're able to kind of put together a storyline between the two. So you can figure out a lot from that. Well, I'm glad to see that some of you guys are into trading. At least some of you guys are into it. Because I want to talk more about it, but it's more so I want to talk about like mathematics and science and yeah, because I'm a geek like that and I like to talk about that type of stuff. But also I like to make it make sense. So yeah. So we're going to be doing another live over there, and it's going to be pertaining to like pattern analysis and things like that. Candlesticks and stuff like that in the trading. So we're going to be getting into that. I'm excited. Do I believe Cleopatra was really Greek? No, I doubt it. If she was, she might have been mixed, maybe. But to think like she was 100% Greek, I don't think so. Jazz, any astro book? I had a video up on my channel. I don't know if it's back private or if it's public. I'll double check after this live is over. But I do have a video like going over my book collection, my super secret book collection, where I like showed like a lot of the books that I learned a lot from. I did a whole video on it. And right now my library isn't as extensive as it used to be. Like I used to have a really extensive library with like everything in it, like ancient artifacts and stuff. But now I got rid of a lot of my books, or I just kept it like in other people's study and stuff like that for when I go down to visit. But yeah, I have a lot of books that I read. I haven't read any recently because I just don't read as much as I used to anymore. But when I first started out, I was reading like crazy. So I do have like a crazy book recommendation list. And then it just depends on what you want to know. Like you want to know more about astrology, astronomy, divine mathematics, science, biology, or like spirituality, consciousness, different spiritual systems. It just depends on what it is that you particularly are interested in and want to know. And then I can point you in the right direction for what you're looking for. I know. I like reading from like the encyclopedias. Yeah, I'm that girl. I'm reading encyclopedias and finding out all types of shit, like ancient encyclopedias. 'Cause there's a lot of information in them old almanacs and them encyclopedias that they don't have in the new ones. Okay, peep game. That's why you always got to get the older version of everything. You got to get the ancient, the original version. That's where you're going to get all the tea, baby. Get it passed down. It's like an ancient relic. You got to pay attention. The new ones are like dumbfounded. They're not making no sense. They're just basic. You got to go to the old knowledge. Yeah, King Isaiah, that video. All the things. Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah, I'll go back and see if it's public. If it's not public, I'll make it public. Yeah, old books. Yes, that's why I need to get a hold of. That's why I want to go to like these older museums and stuff. Like I'm kind of into the museum life, but it has to be authentic, not for show. You know, some people just put certain exhibits on and put stuff out for clout, but nah, you really got to be connected to it. Okay. Yeah, my ancient, I think I called it my ancient book collection or something like that. And I actually showed the books too. I showed the books. So yeah, I love to read. But I've read so much throughout my life, and I feel like I've learned so much information. Now it's just time for me to pass it down. So that's what I'm doing on this platform and on other platforms, and just passing the knowledge down. Oh yeah, the gods must be crazy. Yeah. Jay, you're an old school watcher. That's how I know you've been here for a long time. You know the title. That's what the title was. You were looking for that video too? Let me go make it public, y'all, because now y'all getting on me. Let me go make it public. I know the Womb Wisdom. That's a great book. Good. I'm glad you got it. I know. I need to talk more about that stuff on here, or just on Patreon, or on here, or both. I know. So much information, so much knowledge. I think it was, yeah, like they said, I think it was the gods must be crazy, like explaining my insane book collection or something. Something nerdy like that, because it's always going to be nerdy over here. Something nerdy like that, explaining my insane book collection. Something like that, y'all. It's giving Belle from Beauty and the Beast. That's me. Always had in a book, baby. I think it does, Empress. Yeah, I had made a connection with that in the video. Y'all been tapped in with me. What? I love that though, because I got all the right people on here now. Because that's what I said about Pluto and Aquarius. I said Pluto and Aquarius is going to disconnect you from the ones that, the fake ones, the ones that ain't meant for you. And it's going to reconnect you with them people that been down with you, or they want to be down with you. It's going to disconnect you from the wrong people and reconnect you with the right people. That's what this energy is doing, and I'm seeing it live in effect, and I appreciate that. What? Y'all been watching me a long time, and y'all just now saying something. What's up with that? I don't know if I trust y'all with that behavior. Okay. As long as y'all been listening and y'all been paying attention and applying the knowledge, I'm okay with that. You missed my life. That's why I pop up on y'all. I pop up, and I ain't got no patience to be waiting. I ain't gonna just post and say I'm going live and then wait an hour and go live. When I say I'm going live right now. I'm not waiting. Y'all just better catch up. Y'all better learn to catch up. That's it, and that's all. Like, get on the train or get lost. Like one of the two, because I'm going fast. Oh, you're in the shadows? Yeah. You've been rocking with me since 2018. Yes, Jordan. The gods must be crazy if it's Uranus and Gemini. Yeah, what do you guys feel about this Uranus and Gemini vibe? You guys like it, or what do you guys feel about that? No, Uranus and Gemini seems like, yo, unhinged. The capital of unhinged nation. That's Uranus and Gemini, baby. And we're just at the first degree right now. Don't think that we really got into it yet. We ain't gotten to it yet. We ain't got into it yet. And they've been talking about Trump. Trump's a Gemini sun and Uranus is at 1 degree Gemini. And they've been saying some wild stuff about him. Uranus and Gemini is going to get crazier. It's no coincidence that we have a Gemini president. And he has a lot of Uranus placements. Like, so, yeah. What time is it? Oh, Pristine. Oh, yeah. It's 1 a.m. there in the UK. It's okay, because that's my home, the UK. Why are the Europeans suffering? See, you guys need me to come over. You guys need me to come over. Make it nice for me. Give me a welcome mat and I will come through. I said I'm coming. Yeah, to Europe. Y'all need me. You guys need my vibe there. I'm going to come and I'm going to light that motherfucker up. Just wait. Yeah, you know it. We're going to have a ball, babe. I'm going to turn it out just like I turned it out in 08, 09. I know. You guys need me. I'm on the way. Don't worry about it. I promise. It's about to be so lit. Because we got to get it back lit over there for real. Because that's where the real shit be at. They don't know nothing about that though. But that's where it's at. Oh, Jess, I know, Fly Boss. Yeah. That's so dope. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you came through, Jazz. For real. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me. You guys see my oils back here. Virgo teens. This is Virgo. I'm on my Virgo teens, per usual. So yeah, I'm glad I came earlier, but for my UK fans, now, thank you for keeping me hip to that. So now I gotta go live in the morning time, my time. I gotta go live in the morning time, and then I'll be able to catch my whole audience. All of you guys will be able to tune in. So now I got a time. I'm not gonna tell you guys what time, but I got a time that I'm gonna be going live so I can catch my UK family and my European family, because I want to speak with y'all too. And anybody else in other countries that's at a different time frame. Okay, so we gotta do morning lives, okay? Do I think it's doing anything to social media? Not yet, but like I said, because it's in early degrees, I don't know. Because it is making a trine to Pluto. Uranus is making a trine to Pluto right now. So they cooking up something. Best believe they cooking up together for sure. But it's kind of in a way that we're not able to see or understand right now. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta wait. We honestly gotta wait till Pluto and Uranus move their ass further into the sign. Like, that's when we'll really start to see the manifestation. Right now, they just tiptoeing around. They giving us a little bit of a preview, but they ain't giving us the whole show. So it's kind of hard to predict right now. But I know that these eclipses is like a gateway to raising it up, raising the frequency up so we can teleport to our next destination. Okay. So yeah, y'all, just stay tuned, y'all. We in the last quarter of the year, y'all. So that, like they said, this is always the quarter that you want to go a little bit harder. You want to make it last forever like Key Sweat. You want to make it last until 2026, baby, because we about to be in 2026, and I ain't even gonna lie, this lame man reality is not what I thought it was gonna be, but we're working with what we got, but it ain't hitting the way I thought it was gonna hit. And I'm sure that's for everybody. So I'm like, okay, what are we really doing here? What are we really doing here in this reality? Because it's not, like, something ain't clicking. Something ain't clicking right. Like, we're supposed to be moving faster or evolving faster. Like, something's supposed to be moving along more smoothly, and it's not. So I'm trying to catch that vibe. I'm trying to figure out what it is, because it ain't, the T ain't clocking. The T ain't clocking right now, and I'm trying to figure it out. It's about to be 2026 next year, y'all. 6. What are we doing? It's about time. We need to have a round table. What are we doing? We need to get straight to it. Because it's not making sense. It's not giving. That's what I'm saying. I was like, are we at a standstill? Are we at a brief intermission? If so, let me know that. Don't just have me thinking like this is what it's going to be. Because, baby, this ain't enough for me to be investing my time and energy into. It's not giving right now. Yeah, it's not. Baby, I'm waiting for the next frontier. Like I said, I'll catch the next train because I didn't want to get on the last 5 trains, the last 5 trends that came by. I didn't want to hop on it. I was bored. I didn't want to go to that destination. So I said I'll wait on the next train to come, but this one better be good. That's where I'm at right now with it. Something needs to happen already. Right, like where's my entertainment, babes? I'm not entertained. The entertainment stopped a few years back. The plot twist is not giving. The plot is not giving in general. Yeah, balancing 2 energies, right? It's like being stuck in between 2 worlds. That's what it feels like right now. I know the planets in especially Pluto in retrograde. Child, save me. Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius is the worst thing to happen to the collective. It slows it down way too much. Like, that's way too much of a slowdown for me. Yeah, I'm not feeling it, y'all. See, Raven, I didn't know that Aquarius energy was boring like that. That's not even what was on my mind. But now that I'm in it, I'm like, oh, so you guys really are some boring robots who take requests on demand. That's really who you guys are, AI? Because if that's the case, that is very boring. I'm just confused. I don't know if it's the Pisces energy, but I'm confused. What is the point of all of this? Just tell me we're in a transition. Are we in a transition right now? Things will get better in a couple months? Then let me know that. Don't just keep me waiting, babes. I'm not the one. I'm a water sign, babe. I need to feel something. I need to feel something, sweetie. No, I don't want to be that detached to where I'm a fucking robot. Like, baby, no. I gotta feel something's real. Otherwise, what are we doing it for? Water signs are always going to try to find the meaning, the deeper meaning in things. If we can't find the deeper meaning, baby, what am I here for? What's the end result of all of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of this just for me not to feel good about myself and within myself, that's not worth it to me. No shade, but I came here to feel something. Like my inner child is not satisfied right now. And my inner child is a spoiled brat that needs to be satisfied. So let's do something about this here. Let's clean this up. Let's clean this up. Like, we get it. We get it, but we need to have some fun here. King Nazaya. No shade. It's never no shade. So are you guys prepared for this eclipse on Sunday? You guys are not sounding prepared. You guys are sounding like y'all just breezing through. Y'all just gonna see what happened. This is giving some real Pisces shit right now. Y'all ain't got no plan. You just breezing through. You just gonna see what happened. You just gonna see which way the wind blow this evening and next evening. You ain't trying to come up with no plan. Pisces ain't trying to come up with no plan. Pisces ain't trying to come up with no answer, Sway. Pisces is just winging it. Kings and queens of winging it. Yeah, look at y'all trying to make it sound nice. Just going with the flow. No, it's called laziness. It's not going with the flow. But I know full moons make it hard for you to it does make it hard for you to be productive. That's why they say be productive on the new moon. The full moon isn't really for being productive, if I'm being all the way honest. But, do what you feel at the same time. It is about following your intuition, so do what you feel always, please. Aquarius people aren't boring. To a certain extent. Yeah, if you've been lazy, just go with that, because around full moons and eclipses, you got to do what feels right. You can't really go with your logical mind. Remember, the moon is not logical. So you can't go with your logical mind of what you would usually do in this situation. You got to feel your way through things. That's just what the moon is. So do whatever feels right to you. Literally, do whatever feels right. Okay? So yeah, y'all. Eclipse report. Check it out on the website. Link is in bio. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm probably gonna come live again though tomorrow, you guys. I'm gonna go live again tomorrow, most likely. Maybe on TikTok, but most likely I'm gonna go live again tomorrow. And yeah, because I'm trying to connect with the collective and just see where you guys' head is at, what you guys are ready for. You ready to take the next step, or you want to be comfortable where you're at? Because I got some stuff planned I want to do, but I don't know if y'all are ready for it. We'll see. Yeah, it was fun. It's always fun with me. I know, the next Cardology live. Put your card in the chat. Let me tell you guys something. The Cardology videos, I'm really upset about this because y'all are thinking I'm not consistent. I've done the Cardology videos already. Just so we're clear, on public record, the Cardology videos are done. But I'm not able to put them online right now. I don't know. I'm just following the cosmos, but it's frustrating because I want to get this info out to you guys. This is really good information. And maybe that's what the holdup is, because y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all ain't ready for me. But, okay, we got 6 of spades, 4 of clubs. Ooh, 4 of clubs. That's in my lineup. So we're line sisters. That's in my lineup. Two of clubs. I've been talking a lot about y'all lately because of y'all lineup, Sharon. King Isaiah, we know you're a jack of diamonds. Oh my God. Y'all gonna make yourselves known. Okay, y'all. So y'all want to know more about the cardology? Because I could do a whole cardology live if that's what you guys want. Because I can talk about one thing about me. I can talk about cardology forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. Yes, forever. I can go on and on and on about cardology. So if that's what y'all want to see and hear and do, then yeah, we can do just like a specific cardology live. If that's what y'all want. But y'all got to come ready. You guys got to know your spread. You got to know your birth card. You got to know your planetary ruler. We're not going to be looking this up on the live. You got to come knowing the knowledge. Birth card, planetary ruler, and your spread. That way I can really talk that shit to y'all. I can really let y'all know what it do, what it's about, what it is. But you got to know your info. Study your spread. Study your spread. It has more information in it than what you think, y'all. Cardology is just more symbolic, but it has the same amount of information as, if not more information than your natal chart. It has just as much information. You just have to know how to read it. I do cardology readings too, by the way, on my website. Link in bio. I see that cardology is just it's more symbolism, whereas astrology is more like written out in layman's terms, but cardology is more symbolism. So that's why it really determines if a person can really see or not, or if they really have that gift, because you're able to decode that knowledge from the cardology. But it gives just as much information as a natal chart. That's just basically what I'm trying to say. Your spread gives just as much info, if you know how to read, as your natal chart. Not as Chappy. Black butterfly, you trying to get my business away? Talking about ask Chat GPT, but Chat GPT can't bring it to you like me, baby. They gonna give you the standardized, computerized definition, but they ain't gonna give you that soul, SOL, knowledge. Your Pluto card, Jay, what's your birth card, please? The Jack of Clubs, more airtime. Look, Jack of Clubs has all the airtime in my personal life. I'm surrounded by Jack of Clubs. Like in my personal life, Jack of Clubs nation, pretty much. I'm surrounded at this point. So Jack of Clubs get plenty of airtime. Yes, we know you guys are popular. Okay, nobody needs to put that on display. Jack of Clubs is very popular. Everybody knows them. But everybody doesn't know, they don't know all the tea on y'all, because you guys do have a mysterious side. So people don't know all the tea on the Jack of Clubs. So I guess that's what you trying to say. Cardi B is a Jack of Clubs birth card. She's in the news right now, going to court. Jack of Clubs. She very much gives Jack of Clubs energy, very versatile energy. All the Jacks are very versatile, but especially the Jack of Clubs, though. You guys are pretty special when it comes to that. Okay, Black Butterfly, you're right. 5 of Diamonds, Jay. I can't trust you all the way then. You are Jack of Diamonds, Neptune. And yeah, Five of Diamonds has a lot of royal cards in their spread. So I got to keep my eye on you. Jay, got to keep my eye on you. What's your planetary ruler, Jay? Because what, are we betting now at the casino? What's your planetary ruler, Jay? Karen, now you know I ain't going to tell you that. Ooh, Eight of Diamonds. That is one of my favorite cards. Ooh, Ace of Diamonds, the Cosmic Traveler. Ooh, that is Ace of Diamonds. Damn. Jordan, how the hell do you know Jack of Clubs is Leo energy? How do you know that? Sequoia, Ace of Hearts. Are you kidding me? That gives me Leo energy. Do you have Leo in your chart? Ace of Hearts. Oh, Jay, you're a King of Clubs? Oh my gosh, I should have known. Nine of Spades, y'all love me. Oh, your planetary ruler is the King of Clubs. So that, guess what that means? That means you're really the King of Clubs. Yeah, Five of Diamonds, my ass. Casey, Jack of Hearts, your Venus energy. So is Jack of Hearts your Venus? Oh, Jack of Hearts your birth card? Yeah, that's very rare. Yeah, I know. I'm a little jelly of the Jack of Hearts, though. Damn, because y'all get whatever the fuck y'all want out of somebody. Let me tell you. Two of Spades. Oh, I attract you guys a lot too. Oh my God. Like spades in general, I attract a lot. Jack of Clubs, yeah, they are very popular. They're one of the most popular. Ten of Clubs is very popular and Jack of Clubs very popular. And Queen of Clubs. But Jack of Clubs, Ten of Clubs, they rule the popularity concept. 10 of Clubs, Jack of Clubs, that's like a lot of people. Yeah, Jack of Clubs is attractive. Exactly. That's what it Yeah, they use their looks. Two of Diamonds. You need relationships. You need to get with you somebody with some money. A lot of money. That's Two of Diamonds trick right there. You need to get, if you got Two of Diamonds in your spread, you need to get with somebody with a lot of money. Clock it. Clock it. Anywhere in your spread. Jack of Diamonds. But, okay, are you a man or a woman? Because I always meet Jack of Diamonds men, but like, that's it. So I think Jack of Diamonds is like a masculine energy. You have an Eight of Clubs and Eight of Spades. Girl, Eight of Spades planetary ruler is crazy. That is actually wild. Have I done a cardology reading on you, Pristine Priestess? Have I yet? Oh, Sequoia, you're on the cusp. Oh, you have 3 planets in your 5th house? Damn. Ooh, y'all with the cards for real. Dang, Ace of Hearts, that's lit. Yeah. I feel like Spades has the most, they're like the most mysterious, mystical out of all the cards. Yeah, so do the research on your lineup, do the research on your spread. We'll come back with a cardology. I have the information, like I said, the videos complete about the cards, you guys, but I've been trying to upload them. I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to count on divine timing. I have all the aces already uploaded, but I have like the other numbered cards too. So it's on the way. Okay, so you guys can get the tea on your individual card. And then, yeah, we'll be going deeper into like explaining a lot about cardology. I do have a cardology class too, explaining like the whole cardology. Because I do it from Royal Court edition. So I look at it cardology from like the perspective of Royal Court, where everybody plays a role, everybody plays their position. Yeah, you need to know your birth card first. Your birth card is the most important. Then your planetary ruler, and you need to know the spreads for both cards. So you need to know the full spread for your birth card first, and then the full spread for your planetary ruler second. Because both of those cards are going to represent you, but your birth card spread is always going to come first, and then your planetary ruler second. Unless you have a royal planetary ruler. Because if you have a royal planetary ruler, then the rules are a little bit different for you, but I can't explain that right now, right here. I can only explain that to the people that really have a royal card planetary ruler. You guys are a little bit different, okay? Just keep that in the back of your mind. And I'll explain what that means later. Jason, Queen of Diamonds. King Isaiah, I knew y'all would want to know why that is, but there's a reason. So you're going to want to look at if your planetary ruler is a royal card. This is only for the planetary ruler royal cards. If that card is of a higher value than your birth card, then that's who I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about those that have the planetary ruler in a higher position than their birth card. They're the ones that this rule applies to. If you don't have that, then it doesn't apply to you. Okay, so I'll talk about that. Because then King Isaiah, the reason you're asking is because isn't your planetary ruler, aren't you a king planetary ruler? So if that's the case, then you're a special case. Yeah. Ah! Wait, is that your planetary ruler, the Queen of Hearts? Okay. No. Because you're a Pisces, right? So your planetary ruler would be... would be the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, actually, you're right about that. Yeah, your moon ruler card. Yeah, also you have a moon rulership card as well. And if you're a Cancer, then that's going to take precedence as well. The Queen of Hearts. Wow. And you're a Pisces. Wow. So that's deep. Yeah. It's like double rulership. Like the Queen of Diamonds has double rulership like that. Like double royal rulership. Yep. That hits different, honestly. It hits way different. January 24th, I think is clubs. February 15th is the 10 of diamonds. Because February 14th, Valentine's Day, is the Jack of Diamonds. Which is very fitting for, because a lot of people get tricked on Valentine's Day, right? They get tricked out their position. They get tricked out their spot. That's the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Diamonds is going to trick you out your money, trick you out your spot, lie to you, sell you a dream, all of that. Somebody look up his January 24th. I only know up until, I think like the 28th. I know the 28th or the 29th is the King of Clubs. I know that much. And then the 31st or the 30th is like the 10 of Clubs. So it's some type of clubs card, January 24th. Yeah, it's clubs. So you need to rep your clique and rep your gang. Whatever your suite is, that's your gang and that's your clique, okay? Seriously. You need to rep your clique and rep your hood. Your suite is your hood. The moon rulership, you're going to have to get an extended chart, sweetie, which I can explain to you if you get a cardology reading. But otherwise, you have to look it up yourself, and you need to get an extended chart, and that'll show you your Pluto card, your moon card, your cosmic lesson card, and it shows you your reward, what your reward card is, and your Pluto card, which is your Pluto card is your transformation card. Wait, it's the 3 of Diamonds? So how does it switch over to... Oh, yeah, you're right. Because it goes down to the Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, because I have a homegirl. She's at the end of January, and she's the Ace of Diamonds. Then it switches over to the King of Clubs. So, yeah, you're actually right. January 24th is 3 of Diamonds, she said. You're right about that, because the Ace of Diamonds turns into the King of Clubs. Yeah, you're right. So 3 of Diamonds, that's a good card. That's a really good card. King said, oh, I did. Okay, no, I remember I did your reading. I remember I did your reading. But I discovered even more. Jazz, what's your exact, oh, January 29th? Okay, you're a Jack of Clubs. Okay, so it switches on the Ace of Diamonds day, which is like one of my really close friends' birthday. I think it's the 27th. No. 27th is the King of Clubs. So, okay, January 29th is the Jack of Clubs. Yeah, the 28th is the Queen of Clubs, and then the 27th is the King of Clubs. Wait, no. So her birthday's the 26th then. 26. No, something's off. I would pull it up. I mean, actually, I could pull it up right here. I got my setup right here because y'all ain't gonna confuse me today. Ooh, now I gotta. Y'all are not gonna confuse me today. Let me get to the charts because y'all ain't gonna have me in a frenzy. Okay, so let's see. Y'all ain't about to have me in a damn frenzy. Something ain't making sense. Okay, so the 27th, okay, so 26 is the Ace of Diamonds. The 25th is the 2 of Diamonds. The 24th is the 3 of Diamonds. 28th, Queen of Clubs. 29th, Jack of Clubs. 30th, 10 of Clubs. And the 31st, 9 of Clubs. That's it for January. January ends on the 9 of Clubs day. Starts on the King of Spades, ends on the 9 of Clubs. That's a clue right there. So, yeah, if you're born on January 24th, you're a 3 of diamonds. On the 25th, you're a 2 of diamonds. Okay? Who else needs to know theirs? Ace of Clubs, 825. Let's see if that's correct. Yes, you are a 2 of clubs. Wait. No, you are. No, you're an Ace of Clubs. Hold on. No, you're an Ace. If you are August 25th, you're an Ace of Clubs. Yeah, you're an Ace of Clubs. August 25th is an Ace of Clubs. Which Ace of Clubs, you better clock that. Look up in the world who's all Ace of Clubs, okay? That card is here with it, okay? You need to get into it. Yeah, so you're a double 2 of Clubs. You're a 22. You're a 22. January 19th is the 8 of diamonds. 8 of diamonds. January 19th, 8 of diamonds. Ace of Clubs are popular. That's what I'm saying. And it's easy. Kim Kardashian's an Ace of Clubs. It's not hard. But the climate has to be right. Like the social climate has to be right for the Ace of Clubs. That's the only downfall to the Ace of Clubs. The downfall is that the collective climate has to be in the right spot, the right location for you to really blow up. If it's not in the right space, you ain't gonna get no traction. So the Ace of Clubs needs to work with like the 10 of Clubs, the 8 of Clubs, those type of cards in order to elevate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do your research. Do your research and then we can come back and talk to it. But right now you need to know your cards. You need to know your Hollywood cards and do your research on it to figure out what this means for the history, other famous people that have had this card, what they did with their lives, the path they followed, not to copy them because we don't promote copying people, but just to see what themes are alive in your life and in their life and what comparisons you can make so you can know, oh, I'm on the right track or oh, I'm on the wrong track. So that's the only reason why we pay attention to that. It's not because we're trying to follow in their footsteps. It's because we're trying to gain information on what are the similarities here, what can possibly happen for me or not happen for me. You get it? So just for research purposes only. Everything's for research purposes only. And then study your entire spread. That's the best advice I can give to you right now. Study and know your entire spread. Just like you know your natal chart, you need to know that spread front and back. You need to know your Mercury card, your Jupiter, your Saturn, your Uranus. Every card you need to know front and back, upside down, round and round. You need to know that card spread in here because that's going to help you. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you got to finish dinner. So do I, because I'm supposed to be cooking. So that's why I got to go, y'all. I've been on here just in almost 2 hours. So, yeah. Check me out. Follow, support, all that good stuff. All the information will be in my bio. Okay, y'all? I got to go. Peace. There's a lot of information in here, so just rewatch, okay? Bye.